February 1959. Deep inside the frozen Ural Mountains of the Soviet Union, 9 experienced hikers vanished under circumstances that continue to defy explanation. Their tent was found ripped open from the inside. Their footprints led into the darkness. Weeks later, every member of the expedition was dead. More than 60 years have passed, yet no one can say with complete certainty what happened that night. Was it an avalanche? A secret military experiment? An unknown natural phenomenon? Or something far more disturbing? This is the true story of the Dyatlov Pass Incident. The expedition was organized by 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov, an experienced engineering student and skilled mountaineer. The group consisted of 10 young hikers, all highly trained and familiar with surviving harsh winter conditions. Their objective was ambitious but achievable: cross the northern Ural Mountains and earn the highest hiking certification available in the Soviet Union. Before reaching the most dangerous section of the journey, one member, Yuri Yudin, became ill and returned home. Without realizing it, he had become the only survivor. The remaining 9 hikers continued into the mountains. The journey began normally. The group kept detailed journals. They took photographs. They laughed together. Despite freezing temperatures and strong winds, morale remained high. On February 1st, worsening weather pushed them off their intended route. Instead of turning back, they climbed onto the exposed slope of a mountain known by the local Mansi people as Kholat Syakhl. Its name translates to Dead Mountain. There, they pitched their tent for the night. None of them would ever leave alive. The hikers were expected to return several weeks later. When no message arrived, friends and family grew concerned. At first, authorities believed the group had simply been delayed by bad weather. But after several more days, rescue teams were finally sent into the mountains. What they discovered would become one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. The rescuers found the tent partially buried beneath snow. It was still standing. Most of the hikers' clothing, their boots, their food, and nearly all of their equipment remained inside. But one detail shocked everyone. The fabric had been cut open from the inside. Whatever had happened, the group had fled into the freezing night in extreme haste. Many without shoes, some wearing only thin clothing. Following footprints leading away from the tent, rescuers reached the edge of a forest. There, beneath a large cedar tree, they found the first 2 hikers. Nearby were the remains of a small fire. It appeared they had desperately tried to survive the freezing temperatures. Several hundred meters farther uphill, 3 more bodies were discovered. Their positions suggested they had attempted to return to the tent, but never made it. 4 members of the expedition were still missing. Months later, after the snow began to melt, search teams finally located the remaining 4 hikers inside a nearby ravine. Unlike the others, these victims had suffered severe internal injuries: broken ribs, crushed chests, skull fractures. Yet strangely, their skin showed surprisingly little external damage. Some investigators compared the force to that of a serious car accident. How could such injuries occur without obvious external trauma? The mystery only deepened. As investigators examined the evidence, more strange details emerged. Some clothing contained traces of radiation. Several witnesses reported seeing mysterious glowing orange lights in the sky around the same period. The official Soviet investigation eventually concluded that the hikers had died because of an unknown compelling natural force. No further explanation was provided. The case was quietly closed, but the questions remained. Over the decades, countless theories have attempted to explain the tragedy. An avalanche, military weapons testing, secret Soviet experiments, infrasound caused by powerful winds, a violent encounter with escaped prisoners, even creatures such as the legendary Yeti. While many of these ideas have captured the public imagination, very little evidence supports the more extraordinary claims. The truth may be far less dramatic. In recent years, scientists have revisited the Dyatlov Pass Incident using modern computer simulations. Several studies suggest that a rare type of delayed slab avalanche could explain why the hikers suddenly abandoned their tent. Combined with freezing temperatures, darkness, exhaustion, and severe hypothermia, the tragedy may no longer require a supernatural explanation. Yet not everyone is convinced. Some details remain difficult to explain, and because no one survived to tell the story, the final moments of the Dyatlov expedition may never be fully understood. Even today, the frozen silence of Dead Mountain continues to guard its secrets.